In this video, I'm going to be breaking down whether Bing is better than ChatGPT and what are some of the key differences when it comes to the two chatbots. So jumping right into it, first off, I'm going to test them using the exact same prompts on ChatGPT and Bing so we can see what they output. So first off, if you guys remember, I made a video on jobs that you can get using ChatGPT, and one of the jobs is being a prompt engineer. So what I did is I went ahead and searched for prompt engineer jobs, and I found a job description. So we can go ahead and copy and paste this job description, and we're going to go ahead and ask ChatGPT to write a cover letter for us. So I said, write a cover letter based on this job description, and I copied and pasted it, and there you go. It says, Dear hiring manager, I'm excited to apply for ChatGPT prompt engineer position. It even says I have a deep understanding of ChatGPT and stay up to date with latest advancements in technology. I'm excited to bring opportunity, my skills and expertise. I'm confident in the process and I possess the skills and expertise. So you can see that ChatGPT writes a really good cover letter. We could even ask it to edit it if we'd like. Let's see if Bing's able to write a cover letter for us. So at the same prompt, Bing went ahead and said, I can help you with that. Writing a cover letter for ChatGPT prompt engineer is not an easy task. With some guidance and creativity, you can impress your potential employer. So it kind of tells you to gather information, identify your skills, and then it literally tells you use ChatGPT to generate your cover letter, and then review or edit your cover letter as ChatGPT may have made some mistakes. So one of the nice things that Bing does is it clearly lists its sources, which if we go back to ChatGPT, we can see that it doesn't really list its sources here. So that's already going to be a positive for Bing. I guess 1 point to ChatGPT in that it can write the cover letter, but half a point to Bing because it can go ahead and list its sources. So for the next thing that I'm going to ask ChatGPT and Bing to do is it's going to be, I currently live in New York City and want to take a trip to Miami this weekend. Can you find me the best flights and make an itinerary? So with ChatGPT being an AI language model, they're not authorized to book tickets or plan itineraries, which I'm not expecting Bing to do either. But for flight options, it recommends using a search engine such as Google, Kayak, or Skyscanner. So it does tell you where to go, but it doesn't really make an itinerary. It tells you some things that we can do in Miami, but it says do some research and then create an itinerary that suits your interests. So it's kind of vague. It's not really the best response here on ChatGPT, but if we go ahead and look what Bing said sure, I can help you with finding flights and making an itinerary. So it tells you to compare flight options, choose the best flight, book your flight, and then make an itinerary through Bing's travel guide features, which is really cool. So we can use their travel guide features. We can see where they got their sources from or where they got their information from those sources. And it even pulls up bing.com/travel/flights, and we can see some of these flights. We can even edit the dates here, see some of these flights that we can get for a round trip for New York to Miami. So Bing, definitely 1 point to Bing here. The bad part or the downside of one of the downsides of ChatGPT is it doesn't have any information past 2021, so it's not going to be able to pull up relevant flights for you today. So hopping into the third example, this example is going to be one where you're looking for a studio apartment in Brooklyn, New York City with rent that's less than $1,700 a month. Can you show me all the available listings? So New York is one of the most expensive places to live. So it's going to be really interesting to see what ChatGPT says to do or if it actually can pull up any listings. So as an AI language model, I do not have access to real-time property listings. I can suggest some websites. So it tells us to go look at Zillow, Trulia, StreetEasy, or go talk to a local real estate agent, go on Craigslist or Facebook. All these options are extremely valid. Like I would go on Zillow, I would go on Facebook or Craigslist, but it doesn't actually tell me where I could live or give me any valid listings. So it's extremely vague. So let's see what Bing says about this. Exact same prompt in Bing, and then bam. Sure, I can show you all the available listings for studio apartments in Brooklyn, New York with rent less than $1,700. It gives you a similar thing telling you where to look, but instead of just telling you where to look, it literally lists out 4 different apartments here that are clearly under $1,700 a month. Even gives you some extra details, like this apartment's located in Williamsburg near subway stations and restaurants. And then once again, we can see where it got its data from, and it even gives you a map of different apartment complexes in New York that could potentially be affordable. So definitely a point for Bing here. I don't really like that ChatGPT gave us such a vague answer. So if you want to find any relevant information past 2021, you're going to go to Bing. But another downside of Bing would be that you have to be on Microsoft Edge to be able to use the chatbot, whereas ChatGPT, I believe you can be on any browser. We have two more examples. Please summarize Google's latest earnings report in a couple bullet points. As I've already stated, the trading data only goes up until September 2021, so they don't have any real-time info. Whereas Bing is going to have plenty of real-time info from Bing, CNBC, Investopedia, MarketBeat, and it actually summarizes it really well into some bullet points here. You can see YouTube's ad revenue surge. Google owns YouTube, so that's huge. This is one of the reasons why I really like being an investor in Google. Google Cloud revenue growing, the earnings per share was missed, and the operating income increased by 6%. So all the details are not important, but what's important is that Bing is able to give us information that has happened today in 2023 or in 2022, whereas ChatGPT really doesn't give us any information from the present. So finally, let's see if ChatGPT and Bing can write us an article in the style of Business Insider on Bitcoin. So Business Insider writes a lot of different business articles, and I really like the tone that they use. And bam, it spits out a whole article here that I could use on my own website. But let's see what Bing does. Same prompt. Here's an article in the style of Business Insider on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, the digital currency that's changing the world. So it actually gave me a title here. And then once again, it actually gave me the sources. So in conclusion, I would say that Bing might have won this round actually, because it gave us all the sources. And even though ChatGPT gave us some great things as well, it didn't really give us any specifics. Whereas here, since it can cite its sources, it gives us a lot of specifics about even the exact price of Bitcoin in March 2023, which ChatGPT is clearly unable to do. Chat GPT Plus is also available for $20 a month, and subscribers will receive a number of benefits, including general access to ChatGPT even during peak times, faster response times, and priority access to new features and improvements. So it's pretty vague. We don't really know what the new features and improvements are going to be. Sure, it has faster response time, so we could just use Bing instead of ChatGPT. And then general access to ChatGPT even during peak times. It's kind of the same issue. If you're getting an error to access ChatGPT, then you can just go ahead and use Bing instead. Bing does better with answering questions about budgeting, planning, and general knowledge while also citing its sources, where ChatGPT does better with summarizing information quickly and as well as with tricky questions like writing a cover letter. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys like Bing or ChatGPT better. Like and subscribe for more content. Thanks.